निखिल BNI ग्रुप को शेयर कर दिया लिंक ना?
We are live.
Not yet.
It
Yes, he
says
has.
Done. We are live. A good evening, and I'm Shobha, and we welcome you to our talk show, Hangama Shadi Se Pehle and Shadi Ke Baad, episode 3. Hangama is a show for every couple who are staying or about to get married, or for people who have been married for years with challenges like opinions.
When we cover the challenges, we are also looking at the musty part of their life, not just challenges that the couple faces.
Having said that all, I am your co-host with Dr. Anu Mehta and our dear Shobha Arya, who's the creator of the show. So let's begin the show. Over to you, Anu.
So let's start with the program with showing a small clipping. Wait kijiye, a small clipping of Nikhil and Arohi's life. Okay, you guys ready? चलिए ये गाने से शुरू करते हैं. आप जब तक गाना सुनते हैं तब तक I will get for you this लगा इस लड़की को देख के.
पहले बात तो ये लड़की को देखने से पहले इस लड़की के पास इतने सारे मेरे पिक्स है, ये आज पता चला. पर इस लड़की को देख के ही तो ये आज का दिन मैं देख पाया हूँ, because that one look of hers, and today I am married for over last 12 years now.
Oh my, 12 साल निकाल दिया आपने एक दूसरे के साथ. चलिए फटाफट तो ये बताइए कि आप दोनों अपनी लाइफ में प्रोफेशंस में करते क्या हैं. Over to Nikhil. Nikhil, what do you do in your real life? I mean, obviously romance और शादी के अलावा.
So romance और शादी के अलावा I am a business entrepreneur. I am into pest control. It's the third generation in the business. My company's name is Garuda Pest Control Services LLP. Apart from that, I am associated with one of the very old brand in referral organization, which is BNI. I am the assistant area director for the BNI One Mumbai region as well. Thank you.
Nikhil, आपने पेस्ट कंट्रोल कह के ना मेरे दिमाग के अंदर कुछ तो कर दिया है. और आज सुबह ही मैंने मेरे घर में पेस्ट कंट्रोल कराई है.
So Anu, the best part about that, there is a tagline which I always use when I introduce myself. Whenever you see a pest, just think of us. So exactly you did that. You made justice to my tagline.
तू अपनी जिंदगी में पेस्ट का करता क्या है? मतलब not just pest. I'm sure in your personal life you also deal with pests in the best possible way. तो आपकी जिंदगी में जो इर्द गिर्द लोग होते हैं जो पेस्ट की तरह होते हैं, जिनको हम पेस्ट कंट्रोल से भी नहीं निकाल सकते, उनका आप क्या करते हैं निखिल?
Anu, the thing is that actually since I'm into pest control, they already know me by now, and such pests don't actually affect me, and they no more come close to me. That's the best part.
खराब कर दिया तूने, मतलब तेरे पास ही नहीं आते.
पेस्ट पास नहीं आते. अच्छा. बाकी लोग पास आते हैं और मैं पास आने देता हूँ.
आहा आहा, क्या बात है, क्या बात है.
Noted.
तूने को इस पास आने दिया. Not that wives कभी-कभी पेस्ट हो जाती हैं. You know how it is. Arohi.
No comments.
Hey Anu.
Wonderful. That was wonderful.
Arohi, can you tell our audience, Arohi, ki what do you do in your personal life?
So professionally, I am into HR. For 8 years, I worked as an HR in various firms and companies. But right now, I'm playing the part of a mother and a wife, and that is pretty much occupies my time. So that's how it is.
Okay, wonderful. और इस लड़के को देखा तो कैसा लगा?
My God, butterflies.
Butterfly.
चलिए, over to Ginny.
Arohi, you just told us that you were working before. So Abhi, you're helping Nikhil also along, or
I do that. Sometimes if my help is needed as an HR perspective, from an HR perspective, I do help him. And I used to work also in the firm, but post lockdown, I have completely helping the home only.
that's nice. That's also a job. So
Yeah.
that's wonderful. So over to
So
Shobha.
welcome Nikhil and Arohi to the show. And Nikhil, मैं तो आपको थोड़ा सा BNI से जानती हूँ, so I know a little about you. But Arohi, it is nice. I understand that housemaker is a full-time job, and now it must be a little tough for you, isn't it? Because of lockdown and Nikhil being home all the time, है ना, परेशान
Correct.
करता होगा, नहीं?
Very much, very much. I to insist on him going out and just be out of the home so that I
Correct.
can be myself.
Absolutely. So Nikhil, tell me, how has your life changed since you have got married? मतलब शादी के पहले का freedom, मस्ती, वो सब अभी भी है कि क्या हुआ उस सबको?
Okay,
थोड़ी
so,
सी है, थोड़ी सी है.
थोड़ी सी freedom अभी भी है. ऐसा नहीं है
हाँ.
कि freedom नहीं है.
हाँ जी.
This is a funny part, but to be very frank, no, there is nothing changed before my marriage life and after my marriage life. Whatever freedom I used to get before married life, Aro is the same, so the freedom remains the same. But what has changed literally now for me is the responsibility, or the priorities have changed. So even if she gives me freedom, I have to, certain times I have to see whether I need that freedom or no.
Absolutely.
But nothing has changed from her end, basically.
हाँ, लेकिन थोड़ी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बढ़ जाती है ना शादी के बाद, फिर बच्चे होने के बाद. सो ऑब्वियसली वो बैचलरहुड जो है उससे थोड़ा और रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू बीइंग अ फादर एंड अ हस्बैंड एंड मच मोर देन दैट. सो या, डेफिनेटली थिंग्स मस्ट हैव चेंज्ड फॉर यू फॉर श्योर.
Absolutely.
So yes. And what about Arohi? Arohi, what has changed for you after marriage? मतलब पहले आप, you said you were working in a corporate field, and I think till you got the baby, you were working, and then now you have to, because she's small, you have to manage her. Besides that, what else has changed from being a girl to a married woman, and then to being a mother? How has that journey been?
So I was very carefree pehle, but now since after being a mother, I'm matured. and I have evolved as a woman. So that's what has changed. Otherwise, freedom wise, meeting your friends and having and enjoying your life, that is pretty much the same. I still go out and hang out whenever I want to. So there's this fun part still there in our relationship, and we are not holding each other back that you should not go there, you should not go here, and stuff like that. So it's been pretty a happy ride, happy joy ride.
BNI में तो socials होते ही रहते हैं, तो parties
Correct.
are a mandatory part of BNI.
Even I enjoy those parties.
I'm
So,
sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and over to Ginny.
Okay, now this was interesting, and now it gets more interesting. Tell us, what is the most important thing you've learned from each other? Arohi, we start from you.
So trust each other, give the space that is required to each other. Very important. And the communication should always be going. It shouldn't stop. It shouldn't be stagnant. The flow should be, it shouldn't stop at any given point. That's the essence of a happy married life. That's what I feel.
Wonderful. Yes.
So
indeed,
open communication, Arohi, is very important part of
Correct.
any relationship, right?
Right.
So because
Absolutely.
हाँ, क्योंकि अगर वो clear और open conversation नहीं होता है, that is the cause of first misunderstandings between the couples, and that has to be very clear, crystal clear when you're talking to each other to balance a good relationship. Do you agree, Nikhil?
Absolutely. Open communication is very, very important. That is missing in most of the couples, and that is where the problem arises.
Absolutely, absolutely. So at least good that it is very nice that you are having a very clear and open conversation to balance a very good and loving relationship. The most crucial part of any marriage is this, I believe.
Yes.
So Nikhil, what have you learned from your spouse?
The one thing which I always admire or what I've learned from Arohi is how to be patient. Keep patience. That is very, very important. And that I have actually utilized in my day-to-day life, in my professional life as well. So to be patient in every situation, that is what I've learned from Arohi.
निखिल, कहीं पेशेंस के चक्कर में पेशेंट तो नहीं बन जाते आप?
पेशेंट बहुत बार बन जाता हूँ, लेकिन डॉक्टर घर में ही है तो इलाज हो जाता है, कोई तकलीफ नहीं होती.
आप एप्पल खाते हैं, मुझे पता लगा था.
Sorry?
You eat an apple a day, right? So that
Absolutely.
Absolutely. अभी हमें समझ में आ गया आप कैसे करते हैं. चलिए ये बताइए निखिल, आपके लिए एक छोटा सा गाना गाने वाला दोनों के लिए आता नहीं है, इसलिए सहन कर लेना, ठीक है?
Sure.
निखिल जब बोला था तुमसे शादी करोगी मुझसे, कैसे कहा था ये बता.
Okay, wonderful.
Wow.
मेरे
You
लिए
you sing very well, Anu. You can have this profession, okay?
ठीक है, ये भी हम ट्राई
कर ही लेंगे.
कर
ये
ही
भी हम
लेंगे.
ट्राई कर ही लेंगे.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
जरूर जरूर.
अच्छा बताइए तो कैसे किया था प्रपोज और क्या कहा था उसने? चलिए.
Okay, let me do that because I proposed her. So this was some years back when we watched a movie called Darna Mana Hai, one of the biggest hit. Okay, I can't say it a super hit movie for the producers, but definitely for me. We watched that movie and we, myself, Arohi, and there were two more people with us who went for the movie. And since the theater was so packed, the super hit movie, so it was so packed that I got 4 tickets, 2 in the same one row and 2 right there behind. And my friends had to sit there right behind. So I'm so sorry for them right now also. And then, yes,
And
we
I'm
had...
sure that was intentional.
No, yeah.
Indeed,
come on, the
indeed.
The
I will
movie
tell
was
you.
so
Ask
super
me.
hit. So the movie, we watched the movie. Okay, we were watching the movie. Okay, and in the interval, I
Seriously, Nikhil.
Yeah,
You
I was.
were watching the movie.
I can tell you the entire story right now if you want to.
Yeah, of course,
Okay.
we want to hear.
Nikhil
So
was not doing anything naughty, guys. He was
I told you I was watching the movie, guys. Come on.
Quote unquote.
So during the interval, I actually told her, okay, the movie's name is Darna Mana Hai, and I love you, and यहाँ पे love you ना कहना मना है. Okay, so I actually proposed it in that way and told her, okay, don't take any note, because after seeing her expression, she was so shocked. I said, okay, we are paid for the movie. Let's watch the entire movie. Let's enjoy the entire movie, and then you can take a call. After the movie, her expressions was same. She was shocked, surprised, I don't know. But then I told her the next 2 days I was traveling somewhere for a weekend. I told her, don't give me the answer right now. Let me go, travel, come back, enjoy my weekend, and then you give me the answer whether it is yes or no. So this is how I actually proposed her in the middle of a theater in an interval. I mean, going back, I don't believe that I did that.
Wow. और आरोही, आपने कैसे इस चीज के साथ डील किया? मतलब डरना मना है, मना है, अंधेरे में हाथ पकड़ना मना है, और कुछ भी करना मना है. सीरियसली तू मेरे से शादी करेगी क्या? तू उसके बाद आरोही?
My God, I just ran to my friend, as Nikhil told me that, there were 2 other friends. So I ran to her and I'm like, listen, अभी एक कांड हो गया है. So she was also shocked कि ये कब हुआ, मतलब ये कब, तो तुम लोगों में तो कुछ ऐसा था ही नहीं, तो अचानक से कैसे, कहाँ से ये मतलब प्रपोजल वाली बात आ गई सामने. But somehow मुझे वो थोड़ा डाइजेस्ट करने में इतना मतलब टाइम लगा कि 2 दिन भी काफी कम पड़े थे. But finally, I had to give him an answer. So, I don't know, there was some guiding force maybe, which made me say yes. So that's how it was like, the yes had come.
उड़ती चिड़िया पिंजरे में बंद कर ली.
आरोही,
That was the plan.
गाइडिंग फोर्स था कि वो एक्चुअली अंदर से कुछ हो रहा था जो बाहर निकल गया.
I don't know, maybe I am not very sure. मतलब when I look back, I always think कि मतलब how and when. I still don't. I mean, I am still not coming to facts. Ki, हाँ, I said yes at that point in time, you know.
Wow.
So,
How can you say
but-
this after 12 years? You're not sure.
So at that point in time, I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but it happened so that my decision, that guiding force which guided me was so true.
खुदा करे कि ये गाइडिंग फोर्स हर उस कपल के पास आज तो जरूर पहुंच जाए जो प्रपोज कर आपके पास
Inshallah, inshallah.
तो इट कांट बी बेटर ईद होके चुकी है और लोगों का डेफिनेटली कुछ ना कुछ तो होना चाहिए चलिए एक और सवाल का जवाब दीजिए 6 साल आपकी कोर्टशिप पीरियड रहा 6 साल आप एक दूसरे से डेट करते रहे बिफोर यू वेंट इनटू रियल मैरिज do you really think this 6 years that you got was enough? That's one. Do you think it's important? And do you think what is that, if it is important, what does it do for the couples when they get that kind of time before marriage? Over to Nikhil first and then to Arohi.
I think so. Arohi should answer this question first rather than me. Arohi, over to you.
Okay.
I feel, you know, definitely courtship is really very important to, you know, understand each other and find out what is the aspiration of your partner, what are the likes, dislikes, you know, how maybe what he wants out of his life. And because what happens is when you just end up making a hasty decision, you run post marriage, you run somewhere else and your partner wants something else from out of life, which creates a lot of chaos and unnecessary, you know, tension in the relationship. So you should be very clear of what you want in life and what you expect out of your partner. So very, very important. And I was lucky enough to, you know, I could get those 6 years. And I think it depends on couple to couple, whether 6 years are enough, not enough. It depends on person to person. So for me, I feel it was pretty much enough. I used to stay with him, you know, for 1 or 2 days, maybe in the picnics or, you know, outings that we had. So I got to know him actually, how he was, how his, you know, the likes, dislikes, as a person, how he is. He was kind enough. He was, you know, very honest about his relationships and our relationship. So I was very happy, you know, I could get those 6 years.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Everybody gets those 6 years. People sometimes only get 6 minutes sometimes.
Yes.
So I think you really, you know, touch the core of everything, that it's really important to get to know each other. And that probably helps out the couple. What about you? What would you say, Nikhil?
Yeah, I completely agree to what Arohi said. For me, those 6 years were not about those relationship. It was more of that friendship what we had or that bonding what we had. That actually cleared my mind that, okay, this is the girl I want to have my rest of the life with. So that is very clear. If you bond together, if you have those courtship years before marriage, that definitely helps you.
Wonderful. Over to Guinea.
Oh my, now I know all that interesting and secretive points. Okay, tell us, Arohi, first to you, what was the best part of dating? Were you both in Mumbai? I mean, I probably, you know, we missed. Okay, so what was the best part of your dating? I'm sure each and every day would have been a memory. So what is the best part?
The love that we shared, we still remember, we still cherish it. Plus the gifts we used to get, you know, each other, the hugs, the kisses, the everything. I mean, these little things were so good that you can cherish it throughout your life, which I'm very lucky. I got that time, you know, in the courtship. So very, very nice. And I'm thankful to him that, you know, he proposed me. So that's how it is.
That's sweet. That's sweet. Now, Nikhil, what was your best part?
So she would definitely like the gifts. For me, it was she accepting those gifts because whatever gift I could give at that time, she always loved that. So that was the best part, whether it is a small gift or a big gift, that didn't matter to her that time also and now also. So that was some good moments of our courtship. And definitely the long rides and the basic thing was she always was like a friend. She always used to help me in wherever I was stuck somewhere. And those 6 years were more memorable than the last 12 years, I would say. I mean, we have done all the craziest things what we could do, long rides, and I mean, brilliant. And lot of things to cherish.
These are the lovely memories, which we all remember.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's so nice. Thank you so much. Shobhaji, over to you.
Thank you, Ginny. Thank you, Nikhil and Arohi. Arohi, you just said that Nikhil used to give you lot of big gifts. आप थोड़ा ये बताइए कि वो big gifts मम्मा पापा से छुपा के कहाँ छुपाते थे और रिएक्शन क्या होता था?
Yes, we want to know that too.
जब चोरी पकड़ी जाती थी तब रिएक्शन क्या होता था?
Okay, I hope mom doesn't listen to this and my family doesn't listen to all this. But yes, they were very embarrassing times. I had lied to my parents, and which I regret now. Maybe I see myself in the same situation now as a parent. But yes, I mean, I did lie, but it was out of love. So I'll just give you one instance.
ये सब जो चीजें हैं ना, ये जवानी में सभी लोग करते हैं यार. No one is excused from this,
Yes,
Everybody plays
that's the
such
best
pranks.
part.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure
that
they
is-
must be knowing all this. When you're telling now, they'll say, oh yeah, we knew about it.
हाँ, बहुत पंगे करते हैं जवानी में जो बाद में रियलाइज होता है कि नहीं करना चाहिए होता है. So anyway,
करने होते ना, you should do it. You should do it.
Absolutely,
that
you should
is-
do it.
Otherwise, how will I tell you my stories then? The stories left with you.
वो by default ही सबके लाइफ में होते ही है, sooner or later. मतलब especially before marriage, so I think
Correct.
most of the people have their stories, and those are the fun
Right.
parts actually.
Exactly.
So let's hear yours.
So one of the stories happened so that he, out of his first salary, gave me some gold rings. Okay, so I had to take it. I accepted it. I wore it the very next instant. But while going to home, I was in two minds whether should I remove it and keep it in my bag itself or how. So I don't know, but it didn't strike my mind that I have to actually remove it. If I don't plan to tell my parents, I'll have to remove them. But I just forgot somehow in the journey or in the in the long rides, long rides. So which Nikhil and I used to go. So that fine day I just forgot, and Mama noticed that there is something new and there is something flashy on the earrings. So I had to lie to her that this is I was also working at that point in time. So I said, this is the kitty that we friends were having, and I won, and we bought this. So this was the biggest lie of my life.
Okay.
But where are the earrings? We would want to know that also now.
I think her internet.
Nikhil, it's muted.
The earrings are still there. I mean, in our cupboard, safe. But I would just like to say something. I was
Sure.
always, very sharp. I was always thinking from a longer perspective. Well, ऐसा कुछ गिफ्ट देते हैं तो शो शाइनिंग के लिए अच्छा रहेगा. थोड़ा इयरिंग्स गोल्ड का देते थे तो उसके मम्मी डैडी भी थोड़ा खुश हो जाएंगे, थोड़ा इम्प्रेस हो जाएंगे. तो दिखाई दे, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. So that was one of my move, you could say.
तो फाइनली खुश हुए कि नहीं? इम्प्रेस हुए कि नहीं?
हाँ 100% इम्प्रेस हुए.
अच्छा.
तभी नहीं हुए, थोड़े दिन के बाद हुए और
हाँ.
दो चार थोड़े गिफ्ट देने पड़े. And
अच्छा.
that is how it happened.
Okay.
देखिए आपने ना जैसे ही कहा इंटरनेट उनको लेके चला गया है.
चला गया. शायद वो वापस रिंग पहनने गई रहेगी. Maybe you never know.
वो
I
रिंग
think
ये
नेक्स्ट सवाल शोभा जी.
हाँ जी. Nikhil, you tell us please what are the topics? जैसे you all already had 6 years of relationship, after which you all got married and you all have had your journey. So tell us what are the topics you think that all couples need to discuss before they get married to have a long, healthy, loving and peaceful marriage?
So first they need to be very transparent among themselves. Okay. Clearly tell what they like about each other. Okay. Very important. Secondly, they need to also discuss about their immediate family members, whether there is a health issue or whatever it is. And they should be very clear about their responsibilities and about their expectations from each other. Okay. Because when you get married, it's not only you get married to a person, but the
Correct.
entire family. So very important that you tell them, this is what I am, okay, and this is what you need to accept. But don't give that false things that okay यार मैं ऐसा भी करूंगा, यार तू बोलेगी तो मैं मम्मी डैडी से बात भी नहीं करूंगा, and whatever shits we listen. So be very transparent, very important, and always think from a very long term perspective, very important. Aro is back. Aro, where are the rings? Okay. She didn't found them.
Earrings पहन के आ गए आरोही आप. You need to unmute yourself, Arohi. Yeah.
Yes.
हाँ, earrings पहनने गए थे आप.
Yes.
Okay. So I was just asking Nikhil about a question that what do you think that all couples need to discuss before getting married? Like आपका 6 years का courtship था, in which there were a lot of meetings, interactions, knowing each other. So like Nikhil also rightly said that when a couple is getting married or are in relationship, it is not only the boy and the girl, it is the entire family if you are planning to get married. Okay. So what do you think the couples should know or discuss before marriage?
Shobha, what I feel is, marriage, obviously, जो निखिल ने बोला वो तो points हैं ही. साथ में you should, I also made one thing very clear to Nikhil that, what I want out of my professional life. One thing that should be discussed, and plus parenting. We should talk about parenting also. How your parenting style is, my parenting style is, because it is important. If you want to have a family, that becomes very important to discuss. So
also planning for the kids, like abhi karna hai, 5 saal baad karna hai, and all that. These are the important topics. This reminds me of a book by Twinkle Khanna. I think if I'm not wrong, it's called The Funny Bones.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But before she got married to Akshay Kumar, she had made a big list of her do's and don'ts, before she actually got into marrying of Akshay Kumar, and she has actually mentioned her experiences in that book. It's a very important book, I suggest, for all the couples who are planning to get married or even now who are married, because it is not only the families, it is very important to understand each other family's health history. That is the main focus of her book also, and it is a very important book. I think the couples must read. So these are things very important, because clarification hona chahiye before you get married. Nahi to fir pata chalta hai husband is east and wife is west, or north and south. They don't go in the same direction because they don't match with the thought processes, and the mindset is very different from each other.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So thank you so much for sharing these thoughts, and over to Anand.
So एक बहुत ही बढ़िया दिमाग में आ रहा है और गाना चल रहा है मेरे दिमाग. पता कौन सा? अमिताभ बच्चन वाला, जिसकी बीवी मोटी उसका भी बड़ा काम. And if we look at the 5 qualities that could be there in both of you, जिसका husband dash dash उसका भी बड़ा नाम है, तो क्या कहेंगी आप आरोही? क्या qualities हैं आपके husband में that you really look at and say, oh wow, क्या husband ऐसा? क्या ऐसी qualities हैं उसमें?
You know what? ये जो छोटे-छोटे झगड़े होते हैं हमें, he is the one who comes first and says sorry or whatever.
Oh, wow.
He makes up, and he's very kind. Generally, he wants to help people, as many people as he can. So that's the best thing I like in him, that he comes to me. He makes up after the fights. He's the first one to come. Even I don't go and say sorry or whatever. Just to resolve fights. So that's the best thing in him. And I feel he is very disciplined in himself. Time management hai, sab hai. Those are the qualities which I don't have. So I just look up to him that I should have these.
Wow. But कई लोगों को ना आरोही वही discipline खटक सकता है. How do you keep that balance? Because I know of another couple who said, यार मेरा मियाँ तो सुबह 7 बजे मुझे उठा देता है, and I would like to sleep till 10 o'clock. So does he do that with you, or is he only disciplined with himself?
No, he is disciplined with himself, and I have made myself very clear that look, on Sundays you can't expect me to get up 7 in the morning. So I'm not going to do that. So these I was knowing that where to stop him. So luckily he is he is a very understanding husband. So thank you again to him, you know.
निखिल, बड़ी तारीफ हो रही है आपकी.
निखिल चुप गया. ये क्या हो रहा है यार? कभी निखिल नहीं है, कभी आरोही नहीं है. It's like गुलाब
छुपन छुपाई.
पे छुपन छुपाई. निखिल.
Maybe he wants some more tarif from Arohi and then he's going to come.
I know. लगे रहो आरोही, तारीफ करते रहो ताकि निखिल जल्द से जल्द आ जाए. और
Every
सुने
time
आप.
you say na, he says sorry and then probably now it's your turn. So probably go ahead, say sorry and get him back.
Nikhil, come on, Nikhil, where are you? I'm saying sorry. ये note कर लो, ये live जा रहा है, please आ जाओ वापस. ये बार-बार नहीं होता है, you know. You also know that.
Once a lifetime.
Yeah.
Yes. चलो. इंटरनेट ने कहा
Okay.
हो गया, हम इसको उठा.
I don't know.
ये गाना ही सुना दो तब तक.
क्या? Okay.
हाँ.
Let me try. Okay. जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए, जब कोई मुश्किल पड़ जाए, तुम देना साथ मेरा, ओ हम नवाब, ओ हम नवाब, वफादारी की कसमें निभाएंगे हम तुम अगर सॉरी छोड़ना मेरा साथ, जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए, जब कोई मुश्किल पड़ जाए, तुम देना साथ मेरा, ओ हम नवाब. I wasn't prepared. I'm so sorry about that.
ये गाने के साथ ही निखिल is back with a bang.
Oh,
The
I
entry.
don't know what happened with my internet. Sorry, guys.
कोई बात
Absolutely sorry.
निखिल
No worries.
अच्छा यूटिलाइज किया है टाइम. अब आप बता दें, हमने आपको गाना सुनाया था ना, जिसकी बीवी डैश डैश उसका भी बड़ा नाम है. चलिए आप 5 क्वालिटीज बता दें फटाफट से आरोही की, जिसकी वजह से यू रियली आप कहते हो आई लव यू, आई लव यू, आई लव यू आरोही. चलिए.
Okay, I certainly love you, Arohi, for these wonderful qualities you have. One, she's being very patient. She has a lot of patience. That is one quality which I really admire. She not only cares for me, but for my family members as well. A caring wife, and also most importantly, one of the best moms I could see. I mean, I have dealt with. I mean, wonderful. The way she loves her daughter and the way she is actually bringing her up. I mean, that's really, really, I admire her for that. And lastly, she is very open. I mean, she never keeps anything to herself. She's always open and shares everything and listens to me carefully and listens to me whenever I have to share any of my issues or any of things which I have to share with her.
Wow. Effective listening is one of the most important components of any communication. Over to Ginny.
Good. That was very interesting. Okay, now Nikhil, I would like to ask from your point of view and advice. What are the marriage regrets which people have, and what do you think about it? What do you advise them to the couples around?
So first of all, as I already said, most of the couples, most of the marriages fail because they don't have an open communication. They always feel, अगर मैं ये ऐसा बोलूँगा तो मेरी बीवी बुरा मान जाएगी, and vice versa. But I think so if you have that open communication, that will resolve most of your problems. Even I am learning that. Sometimes I also feel that अगर मैं ये आरोही के साथ share करूँ, तो शायद उसको बुरा लग जाएगा, शायद उसको tension आ जाएगा, and all those stuff. But if you have that open communication, trust me, everything will be resolved. There will be no issue in your relationship. So I'm trying that, and I hope that will help us in the near future.
And I hope that will help a lot of people who are the viewers who are watching us. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. एक फटाफट से लव 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 बोलते जा रहे हैं और फिर हमने रिग्रेट के बारे में बात करी. So this is like two sides of the same coin. Not really love is not the opposite of regret, but जहाँ प्यार होता है वहाँ hurt भी होती है. जहाँ hurt है वहाँ प्यार भी है. चलिए आप 3 lessons love के बता दीजिए to our couples, what should be the 3 things that they should do to keep their love intact? Over to Nikhil first.
तीन चीजें to keep their love impact is, I would say, okay, don't treat your marriage, even if it's 12 years, 13 years, whatever, treat it as if you got married just few months back. Okay, treat it as if it's your new married life. Secondly, always behave like a friend, which is very, very important. Whenever you go out for socializing and stuff, you should not be like that typical husband wife. You should be like the way you socialize with your friends. These are a couple of things I feel that is very important in the relationship, which everyone should follow.
Wow. And Arohi, आपको क्या लगता है? What are the 3 very important components or 3 important things or love lessons that you can give to the audience?
So I feel respect should be first priority. Respect your spouse, then trust your spouse, because without trust and without respect, the third thing which I'm going to say is not possible. The communication that I always stress on. So these things I think are 3 major things: respect, communication, and trust.
Wonderful. So can you elaborate a little bit on that? कि trust का क्या मतलब? बहुत heavy words है ना, हम लोग बोलते हैं.
Trust मतलब तुम you should know that, you know, hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
सुनाई दे रहा है. I think there's a network issue again.
Yeah. चलिए
Nikhil,
हाँ. Can you hear Arohi?
He can't hear, I guess.
Okay.
Nikhil, can you hear us?
What is wrong with the internet, guys? Sorry for that, but it's
Not
not
a
enough.
I guess it's the weather today, which is also causing.
No worries.
फजूल की बातें जाओ जाके प्यार मोहब्बत घर में करो.
Exactly. वही सब चाहते हैं, वही हम भी कर रहे हैं.
बिल्कुल. निखिल, तू बता दे अपनी बीवी की तरफ से ये तुझे ट्रस्ट कैसे करती है. चलिए एक एग्जांपल दे दें जहां हमें पता है कि she definitely trusts you.
मैं उससे कुछ छुपाने की ज्यादा कोशिश करता ही नहीं हूँ, वो मैं पंगे में जाता ही नहीं हूँ, तो that is I mean that is the reason she trusts me, because मैं जो भी करता हूँ उसको बोल के कर देता हूँ, तो वो ट्रस्ट और अनट्रस्ट का फैक्टर कभी आता ही नहीं है. So that is what I am telling everybody. Open communication. If open communication is there, वो ट्रस्ट और ट्रस्ट नहीं करने का कभी रीजन ही नहीं आता है. You don't get a chance basically.
Wonderful. Arohi, आप आ गए.
Hey, hi, I'm back. मुझे नाम, am I audible to you guys?
Yes.
All right. So I was telling you about trust, right? So trust में 2 चीजें आ जाती है कि you know, अगर आप कुछ बोल रहे हो, जैसे you know, what happens is जब social.
Again, she's gone with the network. Nikhil, can you hear?
Yeah, I am there.
Acha, Nikhil, I would like to ask you a question.
Social.
Okay, I think she's back.
I think so. My daughter is getting into that and solving her network issue. She is a role and soul to get us out of this. Let me see.
Okay. तब तक निखिल आप बताइए.
I don't understand क्या हो रहा है. I'm really sorry for that, guys.
No worries.
You can go on mute. You can just resolve that and come back. I'm always there to support you. I'm always there to help you whenever you get stuck somewhere. So I'm there to answer the question.
Of how husband and wife really connect with each other, and they're not mad. They are just looking at each other and saying, "Sorry, darling, everything is in control." Yes, Nikhil.
Absolutely.
So Nikhil, tell me, when you proposed to Arohi, वो तो propose कर दिया थिएटर में, हाँ हो गई, सब हो गया, फिर सास ससुर को कैसे पटाया? What was your interaction the first time you visited their house with your father-in-law, mother-in-law, and you know, how did it all go about?
So आरोही को पटाना मुश्किल नहीं था, but उसके मम्मी डैडी को पटाना मुश्किल ही नहीं, नामुमकिन था.
Oh, I see.
We relate with some dialogues of Shah Rukh Khan for this. But yes, it was very difficult. I mean, there was a situation where my mom dad didn't have any issue, but they said, okay, we are okay. But if her mom dad don't come to us, we are not going to give you that yes from our end. So we were stuck somewhere like this, and her mom and dad, especially her dad, was little conservative, saying that okay, yaar, nahi, he has to be a proper job करने वाला चाहिए, business कर रहा है, I don't know उसका business कैसे चलेगा, and all those typical things what है ना, sometimes you have. It was difficult, but at the end of the day, I managed to convince them. And today, let me tell you, I am very close to my father-in-law. I mean, he shares a lot of things with me, and even I do the same. So yeah, things have changed. थोड़ा टाइम लगता है, but आखिर मान ही जाता
तो पहली बार जब आप आपके फादर इन लॉ से इंटरेक्ट हुए आमने सामने, ओके, वो इंसिडेंट क्या आप शेयर करना चाहेंगे?
Oh God, we had gone for a movie और movie चल रहा था, अचानक there was bomb blast happened outside, we were not knowing, और 2-4 कपल्स ऐसे निकल के जा रहे थे, और हम लोग एक दूसरे को बोल रहे थे, देखो इनको ना घर पे बराबर ठीक से झूठ बोलना भी नहीं आता है, देखो अभी फंस गए ना, और अभी एक एक करके निकल रहे. तो and we were laughing, we were enjoying. मूवी खत्म हो गया, then we were out and पूरा सन्नाटा था, everybody was panicking saying that okay bomb blast हो गए हैं. So I then decided okay आरोही, I will थोड़ा सा मैं हिम्मत कर लेता हूँ और आपके घर पे आके आपको छोड़ के जाता हूँ. At that time her mom was still little bit convinced, but dad was absolutely no. And I happened to leave her at her house, and then when I was going out of her house, वही सामने उसके dad आ गए, और सिचुएशन ऐसा था कि मैं बाहर जा रहा हूँ उसके घर से और वो अंदर आ रहे हैं, और दोनों एक दूसरे को देख रहे हैं, दोनों को पता नहीं चल रहा है कि क्या रिएक्शन दे, बट दोनों ने बहुत एकदम इजी रिएक्शन दिया. दोनों ने एक दूसरे की मुंडी नीचे की, वो इधर से खिसक लिए, मैं इधर से खिसक लिया.
So the frozen moment.
उसके बाद जो होना था वो तो म्यूजिक आरोही ने फेस किया है, but I think that was the time, or that was the situation which actually helped us to talk about our relationship openly with her dad, and she was able to convince her dad.
And what was that first question as a parent of Parohi's dad? I'm asking, what was that first question that he asked you before he actually said yes to this relationship?
The first question was कमा लेते हो कि नहीं?
अच्छा, कितना कमाते हो?
नहीं, वो तो बाद में, वो सेकंड क्वेश्चन था. पहले था कि कमा लेते हो कि नहीं, उसके बाद सेकंड क्वेश्चन है कि कितना कमा लेते हो. So, I mean, the first thing what he said is that, I mean, he generally doesn't believe in love marriage at that time, at least. And he said that, okay, I know that you guys are carrying on, but I hope you know that what are you going into. I'm not going to tell no to this marriage, but hope you'll keep my daughter happy. That was the general question. I mean, there was no specific question as such.
So that was an understanding father-in-law.
Yeah, absolutely. I could say yes.
Nikhil, if you could go back and change one thing about your wedding day, remember, what would it be?
The Muhurat timing.
अच्छा,
That I would love to change, because शादी खत्म होते होते बहुत लेट हो गया था, और मेरे फ्रेंड्स ने one night का they had given me a gift at Grand Hyatt, and I reached there, we reached there very late, and friends तो पता है कितने कमीने होते हैं, उधर पहुंचने के बाद भी उन्होंने बहुत टाइम लिया to let us go in that beautiful wedding room which they gifted us. So that date, the timing of that wedding, I would definitely love to change. थोड़ा जल्दी खत्म होता था marriage, so we could have spent some more quality time rather than putting those time on that stage, just laughing and saying, okay, thank you for attending the marriage and stuff like that. I still feel, I mean, what a
तो
fun
हनीमून स्वीट में टाइम कम मिला आपको?
कम मिला, absolutely कम मिला,
है ना? Okay, Arohi, क्या आप what was that one change that you would like to change about your wedding day, and what would it be?
You know, when I look back, there were some relatives, very annoying relatives. I wish I wouldn't have invited them.
Invited them.
Then they were like, when I see my photo albums and videos, you know, of the marriage, I feel ये थोड़ा change होना चाहिए था. You know, when you see these new sort of way of clicking pictures and all that, that was missing in my wedding. So I would, you know, want to change
लेकिन
that.
तभी टेक्नोलॉजी इतनी एडवांस नहीं थी ना.
I just wish that I could change that.
I know. Thank you so much, and over to Anu.
Yeah.
So, you know, कैसे होता है कई बार कि शादी जब होने वाली होती है या उससे पहले, we have eyes only for each other. मतलब हमारी आंखें कहीं और जाती ही नहीं है, और थोड़े सालों के बाद ऐसे होता है कि कभी कभी आप ऐसे बैठे बैठे देख रहे हो और सामने कोई दिखाई दे जाता है and you look at that person and say अरे वाह man so handsome और यार ये she's so pretty और ऐसे तो जरूर कभी ना कभी हुआ होगा आफ्टर ऑल 12 साल हो 18
देखिए,
आप एक दूसरे को थोड़ी ना देख रहे हैं
अनु, I can say that निखिल के साथ तो जरूर हुआ है, for sure.
निखिल ने देखा है कि निखिल को किसी ने देखा है? तो
दोनों
बोलना क्या
दोनों
चाहती है शोभा?
दोनों
जब आपको आरोही ने पकड़ा था
तो आरोही ने जब भी मुझे पकड़ा था,
तो क्या
आरोही ने वैसे मुझे बहुत बार पकड़ा है। इसके बाद तो मैंने ही बोल दिया आरोही को, आरोही ये कैसी लग रही है, बहुत अच्छी लग रही है। दैट द सिचुएशन ओनली आई चेंज्ड इट कि अभी बहुत बार चोरी मेरी पकड़ी जाने लगी है, तो आई सेड ओके आरोही, बिफोर यू कॉल मी द चोर, दिस इज व्हाट आई एम डूइंग, शी इज सो ब्यूटीफुल, शी इज सो हॉट, and I used to share that with her, and this is how the situation changed actually for me.
और आरोही ने उसके बाद क्या जवाब दिया आरोही
यही मैं खुद ही उसको दिखाने के लिए, निखिल राइट, निखिल 2 o'clock, निखिल 3 o'clock, अब तो मैं ही बता देती हूँ उसको कि देख लो भाई,
couple
बिकॉज एनी विच वेज तुम देख ही रहे हो, तो अब मैं ही दिखा देती हूँ ना।
हाँ ये भी बात है
फिर
कितना अंडरस्टैंडिंग कपल है ये।
अरे माय गॉड, गिल्ट थोड़ा कम हो जाएगा ना तुम्हारा।
ये से
Isn't
ज्यादा
it?
क्या हो ना, थोड़ी मेहनत कम हो जाएगी। अन्नू क्या होता है ना, आरोही मेरे सामने बैठी और उसके पीछे कोई अच्छी लड़की बैठी, तो मुझे दोनों को देखना पड़ता है कि मैं उसको देख रहा हूँ, आरोही मुझे देख रही कि नहीं। तो जब आरोही को ही मैंने बता दिया तो माय कंसंट्रेशन विल बी ओनली ऑन वन। नो,
मुझे पता है निखिल तू जाके किस करता है एंड ये
नहीं बहुत
आरोही
इतनी लंबी होती है, आरोही नोज दैट कि वो पीछे पहुंच ही जाती है, लंबी
और
ट्रू
जब
आरोही बोल रही है निखिल को, निखिल आप नेत्र सुख जितना लेना चाहते हो ले लो, लेकिन
ओनली नेत्र सुख।
ओनली नेत्र सुख तक ही सीमित रखना।
नेत्र सुख तक ही सीमित रखना, नहीं तो मैं आपका सुख छीन लूंगी।
बचा कुचा सुख छीन लूंगी ना।
बिल्कुल
बिल्कुल।
अगर आपने भी तो कभी ना कभी तो ऐसे हुआ होगा कि डोले शोले वाला हैंडसम सामने से निकल के गया और तेरी आईसाइट साथ साथ में ऐसे तो फिर निखिल ने क्या किया?
निखिल ने अपना डायरेक्शन बदल लिया। निखिल बोलता है यहाँ देखो, प्लीज कम टू मी बेबी, कम टू मी।
निखिल ने क्या किया, निखिल ने तभी से जिम के जाना चालू कर दिया, तो और किसी के डोले शोले देखने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ती।
6 पैक्स बनाना शुरू कर दिया, बोले जो देखना है इधर देखो।
That's coming soon.
अच्छा ओके,
कभी ना कभी तो आ जाएंगे।
निखिल हर एक दोस्त कमीना होता है ना?
Absolutely.
चलिए ओवर टू गिनी।
Okay, now अभी तो ये हमने बहुत सुन लिया, एक दूसरे के अभी present. Now we go back 12 years and 6 years, 18 years. पीछे चलते हैं थोड़ा सा. What was your first impression about your partner? Like both of you, when you saw each other for the first time, the first look. Nikhil, first you.
First look was, to be very frank, मुझे जो look लगा वो she looked like a tomboy, okay, not exactly tomboy, but वो बोलते हैं ना अपनी बंदी है, ऐसा वाला फील आया कि यार ये इसके साथ अगर जिंदगी बितानी मिल जाए ना तो यार मजा आ जाए। वो टिपिकल वैसे अपनी बंदी वाला
फील। That was the first impression you actually decided?
Absolutely, yes. I still remember the place also where I first spoke to her.
Wow.
पहली नजर।
Love at first sight.
Yes,
okay.
Love at first sight.
आरोही, आपको क्या लगा?
Honestly, मुझे एकदम फ्लर्टू लगा था ये।
फ्लर्टू लगा था, मतलब अभी सुधर गया।
Yes.
You're saying
You are asking
very happy.
you are asking a first impression, right? ये तो फ्लर्टू बंदा है।
Yes.
इससे क्या है? ये तो मतलब this is like good. I'll have a fun time with him. ऐसा लगा था। I was not very sure that this is the guy, but I'm really happy, thankful to God that he's mine now.
Wow, I love the way she says he's mine now.
That's so sweet.
आरोही,
Thank
बिफोर द मैरिज जब आपको ये फ्लर्टू लगा था, तब के कुछ एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करना चाहोगी आप?
I was not very sure that I'll, go ahead with him. I said I'll just, spend some time, fun time, and आगे देखी जाएगी क्या होगा. तो वो टाइम बहुत अच्छा था. But seriously, I fell in love with him, not knowing what it will be like.
I'm sure. All right. So Nikhil, what do you wish you knew before marriage? Like what do you wish you knew about marriage before you got married? मतलब ऐसी कोई चीज या ऐसी कोई इंसिडेंट जो आपको अभी ध्यान आ रहा है कि काश मैंने वो तब समझा होता, while you got married or before you got married, something, some incident, some experience.
I mean, one word I would really relate to this question is that marriage comes with responsibility. Too much of responsibility, and you have to change your priorities. ये अगर पहले पता होता तो थोड़ा सोच लेते थे मैरिज.
लेकिन ये तो दिल्ली इसके क्या के लड्डू हैं अनु.
खाओ
कौन से
तो भी
लड्डू हैं जो
पछताओ, नहीं
खाओ तो भी
पछताओ.
शादी के लड्डू.
शादी के लड्डू हैं तो खाओ तो भी पछताओ और ना खाओ तो भी पछताओ. सही है.
भी याद है
नहीं,
शादी हो रही थी, वहां पे ऐसे लड्डू फेंक रहे थे ऐसे. वो होता है किसी किसी शादी में ऐसे लड्डू फेंकते हैं और हम सब लोग पीछे खड़े होके ना ऐसे खड़े थे. क्यों फेंक रहे हो? तो आप सोच लो, दिस इज ऑलवेज देयर. मतलब लिटरली कभी ऐसा निखिल कि शादी के बाद नहीं पछताए? अगर शादी नहीं होती तो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, अगर शादी है तो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, शादी नहीं होती तो क्या होता?
नहीं, शादी नहीं होती तो क्या होता, ये तो मैंने सोचा नहीं. बट आई थिंक सो वॉट एवर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी व्हाट आई हैव गॉट, आई थिंक सो आई एम लविंग इट. दिस इज अ पार्ट ऑफ मैरिज एंड आई एम लविंग इट. सो हाँ, बट पहले नहीं पता था कि इतनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आने वाली है. नहीं तो यार थोड़ा सा, पर कितने दिन तक खींच सकते थे? बोलते हैं ना, शादी का लड्डू कितने दिन तक नहीं खाओगे, 1 साल 2 साल रुकते थे, बट खाना तो पड़ता ही था.
तो अभी मीठा लड्डू खा लिया आपने?
मीठा लड्डू, हाँ मीठा था बराबर. हाँ, मीठा लड्डू था.
पक्का ना? मीठा है ना?
हाँ, मीठा ही है.
अब मैं सुन रही हूँ तो हाई
सोच
बोलेगा
लो
ना.
और थोड़ा.
चलिए निखिल, एक सीरियस सवाल पूछती हूँ आपसे. आपने रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी की बात करी, तो आफ्टर यू गेट मैरिड, यू प्लान आउट चिल्ड्रन, यू हैव चिल्ड्रन. सो ऐसा आपने and you sit down and say that they need to become into very important people in life. Not important per se कि उनको minister बनना है, but they need to be good people in life. Now, what are the qualities that you think you both are giving them further to be those beautiful human beings, and how do you go about doing it? So Arohi, this is for you first, and then we come to Nikhil.
So as I told you, kindness होना चाहिए. In today's life we can understand, मतलब आजकल जो situation चल रहा है, you should be kind. So वो kindness मुझे लगता है कि मुझे निखिल में जितनी है उतनी मेरी daughter में भी आनी चाहिए. One very important thing that I wish Sara should have, and उसका time management जो है निखिल का, it should be she should imbibe that also. Very important. And his discipline, his health consciousness, his passion in life, which is cricket. You must have a passion in your life. It makes a very positive impact in your life, which I wish that Sara will imbibe.
Absolutely. And what about you, Nikhil? What would you say?
For me, Arohi's quality, which I feel, or both of our qualities, which I feel Sara should take it ahead, is definitely be very caring about your loved ones, your family members. Always respect your family members, your friends. Love them. Do the best of them. What you can do for them. Don't expect much from your loved ones because that's okay. Sometimes they take you for granted, which is absolutely fine. Always be grounded, very very important. That is what I have learned from my parents. Always be grounded, and yes, always be don't raise your voice unnecessary. Okay, try to be cool. That is what is one quality which I am learning but that is one quality which I always want Sarah to take it from her mom.
तो कल अगर निखिल, let's go further about 10 or 15 years again, ठीक है, सारा खड़ी है और बिल्कुल वैसे जैसे आरोही के घर में हुआ था, मतलब सारा किसी के साथ हाथ में हाथ पकड़े, स्माइल करते हुए, देखते हुए ऊपर चढ़ रही है, मतलब तेरे घर आ रही है अपने, और तू वहां बिल्कुल नहीं पता है, and you look at her and वही exchange of the eyesight हो रही है, मतलब तू उस लड़के की तरफ देख रहा है, वो तेरी तरफ देख रहा है और वो मुड़ जाता है, तुझे कैसा लगेगा?
नहीं, कैसा नहीं लगेगा, मैं भी वही करूंगा जो आरोही के डैडी ने किया था, मुंडी नीचे करके खिसक जाऊंगा और तभी तो कुछ नहीं कर पाऊंगा, वही करना पड़ेगा। बाद में डेफिनेटली the things have changed. I mean, I will be little more what do we say, friendly with her and ask her कि क्या चल रहा है, कोई है, मुझे बताना
But
चाहती हो तो बताओ।
Nikhil, you will not say hi, hello to that guy. Okay, 12 साल पहले things were different. तो मुंडी नीचे करके चले।
हाँ, नहीं, I would definitely say hi. I mean, it depends upon how she reacts. I mean, if she comes in front of me and she says, okay, dad, he's so and so my friend or whatever, I will definitely talk to that person. It's not that. हाँ, but अगर वो भी थोड़ा सा अलग वे में निकल गई, खिसक गई, तो मैं भी खिसक ही जाऊंगा, because I don't want her to be cautious enough कि अरे यार कॉन्शियस नहीं होनी चाहिए कि अरे ये क्या हो गया. Rather I would, when she comes back, I would definitely sit back and talk to her in a very friendly way.
चलिए आरोही, ये आपके लिए है, आपकी मम्मी डस्टिंग करती हैं जैसे आपके लिए करी थी और वो कार्ड मिला था, अब आप दिवाली की सफाई कर रही हैं और आपकी सारा के बेड के नीचे, आपकी सारा के बेड के नीचे
My God.
कार्ड पड़ा हुआ है और उसके ऊपर लिखा हुआ है आई लव यू, बड़ा बड़ा, तो आप क्या करेंगी?
Instantly उसको पूछूंगी, please fix कराओ मीटिंग, बंदा कौन है? I would love to know him. I would really love to know him, and I would love to know कि तुम्हारी seriousness कितनी है, you know, उस बंदे के लिए, which is very important because बच्चे they don't understand how important it is. मतलब they don't understand कि seriousness कितनी है, तो हमें थोड़ा सा judge करने का मौका मिलता है. I can guide from my experience. थोड़ा सा मैं excited रहूंगी, थोड़ा सा मैं बहुत
टेंस भी रहूंगी.
Yes, tense भी रहूंगी. But more than anything, I would love to, know who the man is, So.
Thank you so much, because that's so important, not only to be a good couple, but also to be a good parent, because, when you are just connected with each other, to hold the family together, these are very vital qualities that are required in a couple. Over to Shobha ji.
Thank you. So Nikhil and Arohi, in every episode, a couple with a happy and loving and strong relationship of marriage will invite another couple to join them on our moderated talk show. And we cover the challenging and fun topics as you have witnessed it today. So who is the couple in your list who you would like to invite? And I want Nikhil and Arohi अपने अंदाज में उनको अभी आप invite करें.
Nikhil, over to you.
First, let me take his name. I mean, Shobha, you know him. He was the first one to actually acknowledge your post on FB. He's none other than the lovely couple is Mr. Suresh Menon and Geeta Menon. Because I mean, every session or every initiative like this requires change, right? So from a young couple, let's go to a little older couple. Suresh is going to kill me for this, okay? No, he's not old at all.
He is still young, okay, Nikhil? He is still young.
I'm coming
young
to that.
Old.
Yeah, I'm trying to rectify my statement.
So you can call him young old.
Yeah, he might be old by age, but let me tell you, one of the most romantic couples I have ever seen.
Happening couple.
For him, only one song comes to my mind. Or for that couple is "Ye Chand ka Roshan Chehra, Ulfo ka Rang Sunehra, Ye Neel Neeli Aankhein, कोई राज है इनमें गहरा, तारीफ करूं क्या उनकी जिसने तुम्हें बनाया, So I
I
think so.
hope Suresh
You know
is
why
live
we
and
use
he's
the word
listening.
Chand. Don't take me otherwise,
Yeah.
Shobha. It was just Chand ka roshan chehra, okay?
Yeah, but I hope Suresh is listening live.
100% he must be listening.
I'm sure. Otherwise, make sure that he listens to what you said just.
Absolutely.
Arohi, how would you like to invite him? Which song comes to your mind with Suresh Menon?
I don't know. Hmm. आप यहाँ आए किस लिए आए हो तो काम भी बताइए that song I guess
हमने बुलाया इसलिए.
इसलिए
सही है. Fantastic. So next week, as per Nikhil's referral, तो थोड़ा BNI की policies adopt करते हैं इधर, referrals लेते हैं, है ना? तो अभी आपने सुरेश मेनन को रेफर किया, नेक्स्ट वीक सुरेश मेनन जी किसी और को रेफर करेंगे, तो थोड़ा सा BNI का टच दे देते हैं उधर, है ना?
Great.
हमारे हंगामा में. Thank you so much and over to Ginny.
So now we know everything about your courtship, your romance, your shadi. So it was a beautiful journey, I must say. And we know that you both sing very well. So Nikhil and Arohi, ek dude gana ho jaye before we end the show.
Okay, so Arohi, are you ready?
all right
One,
game.
two, 1, 2, 3, go. वो पहली बार
जब
जब
हम
हम
मिले
मिले हाथों में हाथ
जब हम चले
हम चले हो गया
हो गया
ये दिल
दीवाना होता है प्यार क्या
होता है प्यार क्या हमने
हमने जाना
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wonderful.
Super.
Amazing. Very,
Wonderful.
very, very nice. एक बार फिर से यार, मतलब दिल नहीं भरा. चलिए
हाँ.
आप पहले गा दें निखिल, फिर आप गा दें आरोही. That I think will go much easier. But
Yeah.
I will give the song and they have to sing.
Oh, okay. Which
Difficult.
song?
आंखों ही आंखों में इशारा हो गया. Continue.
आंखों
Okay,
ही
I will sing
आंखों
one for you,
में
Arohi.
sorry
Okay, go ahead. Always behind you. You never listen to me. That's fine. Okay, go ahead.
आंखों ही आंखों में इशारा हो गया बैठे बैठे जीने का सहारा हो गया आंखों ही आंखों में इशारा हो गया बैठे बैठे जीने का सहारा हो गया थैंक यू इतना ही आता है शोभा जी
No problem. निखिल, आपको गाना है यही गाना.
यही गाना. Okay. आंखों ही आंखों में इशारा हो गया बैठे बैठे जीने का सहारा हो गया आंखों ही आंखों में. That's it.
wow. शोभा कितना
अनु,
हमने
फ्रीक्वेंसी देखा निखिल का.
अरे
Sound
मैं
is
कितने
a
दिन से रियाज
frequency,
कर रहा हूँ
निखिल.
शोभा तेरे शो में आने के लिए.
ये रियाज आगे चल के बहुत काम आएगा निखिल.
हाँ 100%. 12 साल तो आ गए, अभी और 12 साल आना चाहिए मिनिमम.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल उससे ज्यादा आएगा यार. Absolutely no issues.
So thank you everybody. That was a beautiful.
Thank you so much, Nikhil.
Thank you Nikhil and Arohi.
Thank
Hope
you
to
so
see
much.
you.
Anu.
Thank you for having
so much,
us.
Thank
Ginny.
you.
Thank you so much, Shobha.
Thank you so
I mean,
much
for
wonderful
having us,
good
dear.
time we had.
Love you. Stay blessed.
Thank you
Stay
guys. Thank
happy.
you.
Love you all.
Stay safe.
Thank you. Stay
Thank
safe.
you.
Yeah. Bye
Thank you
bye.
guys. Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.